if anyone here has heard my story, but I blew the whistle on the fake vaccine taking. So they threatened to get me to fake it, take it or fake it, and I decided to not take it, and I blew the whistle on that, and obviously I received the consequences of it. So
Wait, Brett, you just said something really curious there. Take it or fake it. They were asking you to fake it.
I think what happened was there because I knew what was going on and I didn't want it, maybe to keep me in or to keep the numbers up or to keep me quiet. They wanted me to fake it, and I I guess the doctor was ordered to do that. He was ordered to get me to fake take it, and that kind of pissed me off. Um, I mean, imagine taking that order from someone and then you know going along with it. That probably should have woke people up right there, but
Right.
right after I heard him say that you need to fake this or we're going to charge you, I knew that I obviously had made the right decision. And obviously now we know, 2 years later that it was the right decision. But at the time, I was obviously in shock and I was pissed off. And yeah, I guess my brain was, you know, unraveling to the fact that the integrity that the military preaches um, for so long was obviously all bullshit. Excuse my
Right.
language. I can
No, I
swear.
understand. We do understand. There's a great deal of passion around this. All the world's a stage, isn't it? I think we are also joined by Serge. Serge, are you with us?
Good morning.
Hello. Oh, good morning, Serge.
Hello, good
Serge
morning.
Voucher, you're a retired major. It was Serge who originally contacted me, said, I have a story for you, Sonia. And he was absolutely right. A story that I'm totally happy to get behind and support. Serge, tell us a little about your story.
Oh boy, I did just short of 40 years in the military, both as a non-commissioned officer and an officer. I fixed airplanes for half my career, and the other half I was an aerospace engineering officer. And I had, like many in our group, I had a very good career, exemplary as a matter of fact. And I was in the middle of a year-long leadership course to get promoted to lieutenant colonel. And then in 2021, the chief of defense staff came down with Directive 001, which was going to put all of us on leave without pay. And at this point, I'm already pensionable, but I had no intention of leaving the military as I was still having a lot of fun. And then, and I enjoyed myself. I loved the military my entire career. And so at this point, I said, talked to the wife, and I said, you know what? No, I'm not doing this. I knew enough about the job already at that point. I said, I'm not taking any chances. And so I decided to put my release in, which cost me a good probably 2 or 3 or 4 years extra of salary, and then
Right.
plus a promotion, of course. And then, so I decided to leave, and I actually did a quick exit. Minimum you can do is 30 days. They wanted to keep me for 6 months, but I said, nah, no way. And then while I'm being released, Directive 002 came out, and then leave without pay was magically disappeared, because in the end there was no support. I was in the reserves at the time. I was a reservist, so there was no support for that. And then, so they said, now you're going to be released under a 5F release, which used to be viewed quite negatively in the old days. And under a 5F release, there's no way I could find any job in government in the future. So I said, you know what, I'm going to release voluntarily, quote unquote. And from there, I started helping my nephew, who was also being pushed out of the military. And then
Right.
there's a lot of paperwork to navigate when you're doing a grievance against the military, and of course
Oh, it's
all the
huge.
administration, all the paperwork. So I helped them for about 5 months, We
Right.
wrote probably a couple hundred pages total. So,
Right.
but
I
yes,
have
it
to
was
say to you,
involuntary.
got you. Absolutely. I'm sorry that we've got so little time to discuss this, but I have to say to you, we're getting in so many responses from all platforms. People are reeling about what Brett has said, take it or fake it. I think that's really a key thing here. Well done, Brett. People are calling you all heroes. And Catherine, I mean, we've got so little time left to actually finish this off, but I do want an overview of how we can support you out here. How can we do that?
This is all being run through a nonprofit, so I'm not charging any legal fees to these clients to represent them. But there are costs to running a lawsuit with 458 people. So valorlegalactioncenter.org is the nonprofit. We're happy to accept support, but we also have our own merch store. So our uh, people have designed their own merchandise, their own t-shirts, caps, patches, etc. So purchase from our merch store would also be welcome. Also spreading the word on social media, because there's two courts. There's the court of law and there's the court of public opinion. And the
Right.
more we can pressure our government's in Canada is under a lot of fire. And I'm happy to add onto the pile and keep it burning, because we're not going to get our forces to change unless we put pressure on them.
Absolutely. I'd like a brief word both from Brett and Serge before we end the show today. Brett, give us a sort of a final thought about perhaps how we can help you, how you keep managing to get up day in and day out and just deal with this situation, because I know that legal situations can wear people down.
Yeah, I think this whole situation is wearing everyone down. We're all exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually. And this whole situation is a war on humanity itself and we the
Yes.
people. So yeah, it's I would say just keep on fighting and obviously something has to be done, because if there's no future for this, there's no future for for anyone for kids to grow up in, for us to have a future. I mean, even 10 years from now, like this is obviously an overtake of a tyrannical regime that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think dealing with it legally is the way to go. And
Yeah.
hopefully it stays that way, because yeah.
Absolutely.